Hello everybody, and my name is Tiandra, and I welcome you to Slay the Princess Part 2. Last time we left off, the princess turned into an entity of eldritch horror with lots of hands, talked about really existential horror kind of stuff that's really more intriguing than scary, and then she murdered us. And now everything went dark and we died. Now let's continue. Wait, what?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
But we already had chapter 1. Oh, is it because she made us forget? That actually makes sense.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Yeah, we've been over this. Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
Oh, are we now?
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she is dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
Yeah, I still don't trust you.
And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
Okay, before you do that, last time the narrator was like, oh, you can't trust the princess because she is never going to give you straight answers. Well, look at you. Look in the fucking mirror. You're also not giving straight answers.
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
But causality does matter, because past events influence what happens next. That's literally just how time works.
It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
Yeah, and I should believe you why exactly?
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Okay, since this is basically our second shot at this, I kind of want to find out what happens if we slay her, but at the same time I would feel really bad about it. I guess we'll just silently walk to the cabin then.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further.
Yes, she will lie, she will cheat.
She will lie, she will cheat,
and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. I know.
Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Again, my guy, depends on the type of princess, but this princess is a very interesting princess in my opinion, so I don't want to slay her.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
We'll just proceed to the cabin then.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Last time we took the blade. I want to know what happens if we don't take the blade.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Yeah, no, fuck you, I'm not taking the blade.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Still, the way you talk about her is just so shady. It's so untrustworthy.
Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
She sounds different.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Okay, now I wonder if she would have sounded the same if we took the dagger. Hi, just checking in on you. I'm here to save you. Lie, I'm here to save you. Hey, I think I'm here to slay you. Continue down the stairs. I am here to save you!
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Shut up! Your opinion doesn't matter.
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever.
Don't worry, milady! Your knight in shining armor is here to rescue you. Even though I don't think I'm wearing armor, judging by the clawed hands.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She looks way sadder than the first time around.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever.
Again begs the question how long she's been down here.
I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Yeah, sadly I don't have anything.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
Oh, shut up! I'll see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Halt die Fresse!
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, she looks a lot nicer. Maybe she was this... Okay, she could be manipulating us. But I'm just way too curious at the moment.
You're making a huge mistake.
There are multiple endings to this. I get several retries. Narrator, again, your opinion doesn't matter. I am the one in control here.
No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No, sadly not.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Who knows? Maybe they did. Okay, and if there isn't a key, do you have any ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains?
Oh, she looks so sad, but yet hopeful. I know, like, judging from how she acted before, this is definitely some kind of manipulation scheme. But if this was me during my first round and go at this, me being such a soft bean would have definitely fallen for it.
Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
Yeah, I didn't like what happened that time when we did.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free.
True.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Oh. So it does still happen even if we don't take the blade.
Is someone else here?
Hey, let me out of here.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence.
Still okay.
I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
I mean, when in doubt, we don't need the dagger. We could always choke her, but I don't want to. Try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Still, also okay. Return to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
Stop being so salty. I can do what I want.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yep, they did. For the second time now. Isn't that fun?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
Aw.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
The power of friendship!
She barely hesitates.
What the fuck? What?
Her
What?
teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
Oh my god. Holy shit. Okay. I did not expect this at all. Holy!
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you. The clang of bouncing metal.
What?
It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
No, I don't want to.
Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh.
Oh no, she has blood on her mouth. And she's still just staring at me. This scene is still so unsettling to me.
The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit.
Okay, we didn't have that the last time.
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her
hey!
wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground.
We should maybe bind that wound somehow so you don't bleed out, girl. Okay, the cursor has blood on it again. I know I'm not recording the cursor. I did notice that while editing my last playthrough, but just so you know, the cursor has blood on it.
How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
True. But I already have information that she is possessed by some otherworldly being or something. Which I find rather more intriguing than scary. And I want to figure out more.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
This again.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
I don't want to.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
I don't want to. Trust me. Warn her.
Stop that.
No.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Yes, I know. I'm trying really hard, okay?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect.
This is already so different. It's so interesting.
Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Even if you were telling the truth, I am just doing it to spite you. I don't want to slay her. Are there any other options? I can resist again.
The blade. Move the blade.
No!
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
Oh my god, it's an I know you're in there somewhere fight! She's literally pulling the I can fix him. Meanwhile, I am trying to pull the I can fix her.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
He sounds even more furious than last time. That was worth it.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
Oh, so she's going to kill us again?
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
28 stab wounds!
I'm sorry.
Okay. Okay, this could be an act. But this could also be genuine. Because, like, she literally made us forget everything. And probably also made her forget everything. But maybe I am so confused.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not. Though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
Aww.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks.
Aww.
It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over.
Aww.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
The way she looks at me. Chapter 2, The Damsel?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Hold on, wait, hold on, hold the phone for a second. Was the second chapter in the last time also called The Damsel? I'll have to review my footage again once I'm done recording this. But I don't think it was called The Damsel.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Yeah, I know, you've said that already. This is the fourth time I'm hearing this now. Okay, no. But I died. What am I doing here? Oh, you bastard! You're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We just met for the first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
Voice of the Smitten? Last time we had a skeptic on board, but now we have a guy who is smitten. Okay, that is interesting. That is very interesting.
Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
4 of us? Wait, is the skeptic also there? Because, like, I, as the player, am a party, the narrator is a party, the hero is a party, and the last time the skeptic was a party, which makes 4, but now he's saying that the 4 of us are against the narrator, so the skeptic also has to be there together with the smitten. I'm probably overthinking this.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek. What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
That is awfully romantic, yet awfully foolish. Now let's assume we already went through that. But we didn't went through that with the smitten. Should I click it again? I'm gonna click it again.
Those are 2 very different questions.
Yes, I know.
Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me.
Yes?
You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
Stop being smug about it.
You were the one who did us in, villain. Well, not you in the literal sense, but you did everything you could to stop us from rescuing her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I wonder why. Maybe it's because the entire world was at stake. No lone princess is worth that price. I beg to differ. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to take a deep breath and assume that whoever is making the decisions here has the common sense to ignore your protestations.
No, I mean, I do have some sort of common sense, but my common sense is telling me that you are the most untrustworthy piece of shit to ever exist.
Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
Again, like last time, this is probably a time loop, which means that events will happen over and over and over and over again until we do the right thing to break the time loop, which apparently we still didn't do, so that's that.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? She would never. She's a perfect angel that you cruelly imprisoned as part of some convoluted, dastardly scheme.
Okay, you know what? The smitten actually reflects my theory sense kind of a bit, with the whole the narrator is evil shit that I've been rambling about in the first part, and I'm still rambling about.
Convoluted? I don't know how this premise could be any more simple. Princess bad, stop her, save everyone.
Yeah, but as we learned last time, the easiest way isn't always the best way. I'm with them. I'm going to find a way to save her from the cabin. Bleh.
That's right, you can't stop all of us.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to sweep her off her feet if it's the last thing anyone does.
Okay, maybe save her first before you sweep her off her feet, Casanova.
Are these really the sorts of people you'd like to align yourself with? You're not at the cabin yet. You still have plenty of time to reflect on the situation. I just hope for all our sakes that you make the right call.
I am going to proceed to the cabin now. Thank you very much.
A warning before you go any further.
Yes, she will lie, she will cheat, she will do everything in her power to stop us from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Don't believe a word she says.
We've been over this. And I am not going to listen to you. Like last time, and the time before that, and the time before that.
We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
Okay, now you're just talking about physical attributes. You don't even know her personality yet. Or like the different facets of her personality.
I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet.
Agreed!
Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Yes, the task to save the princess.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Last time, it was... Okay, like in the last part, the second time we got here, it was a prison. Like an actual prison. This looks more like a tower you would keep a princess in guarded by a dragon. This is just like... My brain is just trying to fathom the architectural questions this is bringing up.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I don't want to take the blade down there. I am going to approach the mirror again.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
But there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
A feather out of... Wait, are we a bird? Oh my god, we're a bird monster! Okay, that's actually cute. I ship it. This whole cabin is different than last time.
Is it? I can't say I was paying much attention to the scenery last time around.
You weren't there last time.
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. Stop letting yourself get distracted.
Enter the basement. I don't want to take the blade.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Oh, fuck you, narrator!
A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice, it's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already.
Okay, now you're starting to annoy me.
I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
Exactly.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
Sure they are.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes
She
with the
is
princess.
not in
There's a
total
heavy
chains
chain around her
anymore.
wrist, binding her to the far wall.
Also, her dress looks a lot more frilly. And, like, more princessy.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
Okay, so I can't chain myself to the wall again.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
Her crown changed last time too. Like from the first time, like we saw the crown the first time around and like the first time of this part. And after that her crown was like more black and darker, while this looks more like your typical princess crown.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Oh, she's the one who was like, oh, hey, I remember you.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
That's right, villain, and you killed us. Well, she killed us.
Yeah, she killed us. For the second time. Third time.
Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
True. It was self-defense the first time and the last time. The second time was just weird.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters means you have a chance to do it right this time.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her? We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise.
First of all that. Secondly, the things that the entity said. And the things that happened with the entity. I mean, now the hero seems to be more on the narrator's side. Still skeptical, but...
Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
No, I'm just going to spite you this entire playthrough. Killed me last time and it hurt a lot. Why did you do that? I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again? What happened after I died? I have to ask, did you end the world after you killed me back there? I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
Oh, fuck you.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
That's the kind of talk Didi would give someone. For those of you who don't know, which is probably all of you, Didi, or Deandra, the person who my online persona is named after, was my first ever OC. She's a TMNT OC, and she is very near and dear to my heart. Here's a picture of her. I love her, she is my baby, and she is a cute, optimistic, soft bean. She needs protection. But, like, this is so, like, the Didi vibes, they're just there.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
I guess that's just how it is when you're basically a Disney princess in a fucked up D&D setting.
That's because she's perfect. Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do?
That's also a good point. What if she hears her own narrator voice? That's something interesting to consider.
She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
You don't know that.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Cut me last time and it hurt a lot. Why did you do that? I'm not asking that because it's obvious why she did it. Didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again? What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
But before we started talking, did the world end? Did you end the world?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
No?
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips.
Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
That's not a confession. She is just asking if ending the world would have made us happy. I mean, it does kind of confess that she would be capable of ending the world, but if we play our cards right, we can stop her from ending the world without using violence. I'm a fucking genius. Okay, no, I'm not. I'm actually a fucking dumbass, but like, my brain is working in overdrive. No, I don't want the world to end.
Then I didn't end the world.
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself.
I'm not so sure.
I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
But I don't want to cut your arm off.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done. What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
I think this entire situation is weird, but does anyone listening to me? No.
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel. No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behaviour and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
She could be a monster, but she could be a nice monster. Nice monsters exist. Have you not seen Beauty and the Beast? Rescue the princess.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon.
Heh. Good thing we didn't take a weapon.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
I'd rather you not do that.
You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings, and doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
Are you sure about
I
that?
can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
What can I say except you're welcome?
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace.
Aw!
Ugh.
The salt in the narrator's voice, I love it.
If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back, and everyone out there would be saved.
Fuck you!
Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon.
True.
Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
Ah yes, the most powerful thing in every Disney movie.
What do we do now?
I guess we leave? Or, what do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
Oh. Oh, that's sad.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world?
Exactly!
You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection. And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I want you to tell me what you want. This is just talking in circles. Do you want to end the... I don't want to ask her that. I just want to leave. We can figure out the rest later. If you want to leave, then let's leave. Yeah. If you want to leave, then let's leave.
That sounds perfect.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers. We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending.
It's the anime sparkles for me.
I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it.
True.
I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs, hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this.
I don't know. I would feel pretty happy too if I've been locked down in a basement for who the fuck knows how long and then suddenly I get rescued by someone. I don't know. I would feel pretty happy as well.
And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar move.
Yeah. Very familiar.
Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love. Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known.
It's literally the, it was love at first sight. No, it wasn't.
Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Honestly, that's a mood. That is a whole ass mood. Do you think you can open it? I think we can open it if we try together. I think I've got this. Let's try it together with the power of friendship.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together. Blech.
I love how salty the narrator is and how not on board he is for this lovey-dovey shit. It's amazing.
And the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me? I told you our love was insurmountable. You and the princess make your way upstairs and the blade. That's right, there's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
No! I want to see what happens.
You're enjoying this, aren't you?
Yeah!
You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
The feeling is mutual, my friend.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step outside.
See? Nothing bad is... Oh. Oh, never mind that.
A happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
That is a
Where did everything go?
great question.
Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
Okay, since this is the second time everything is disappearing after she left the cabin, maybe the cabin is just like a magical prison that is keeping the world safe as long as she's in there.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
Oh, now I just feel even more bad for you.
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
I'm not going to do that, my guy. Oh, the hands are there again! It's even creepier than last time! Great! But you didn't get the... Wait, no. But you don't get the chance to make that jacket. Nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns. Oh shit! Oh shit!
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? Is that a... Why is it here? Why now?
Just like last time. Of course you're scared this is the end for you, but not the end for me. It's going to be okay, just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
Sorry guys! We'll have to see this through. It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice. I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay. It's the end for you, but not for me. I'll see you guys on the other side. It's gonna be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you.
I have confidence!
She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it.
I'll also be waiting for you guys! Let's go! You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave. But you need to see what's in it. You've grown. What is that supposed to mean? You find yourself in the long quiet once again. We'll proceed to the cabin. You're at the cabin. Approach her.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
This is so interesting. Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
What does it feel like to change like this? You know that the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right? When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before? You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you. You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Why? What do you want me to bring you next time? This feels like I'm starting a cult? Do you have any thoughts on this vessel? I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be. What do you feel about me? These vessels I've been bringing you, I've hurt them. How many more vessels do I need to bring? You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Why?
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
Okay. when this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was.
Okay.
I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
Interesting. What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together.
Interesting.
It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
Interesting. What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them.
True.
My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
Just as the game told us right in the beginning, okay? Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
This is so weird, but so intriguing. What do you feel about me? These vessels I've been bringing you, I've heard them.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me.
Okay, interesting.
The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before.
Okay.
I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
I'm starting to think that this is a love story between whatever this entity is and whatever entity is possessing my character. Or me. I don't know. This is so intriguing! How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective.
Okay.
You will have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you.
It's okay, I guess. I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am.
Okay.
We will meet again.
And just like last time, everything goes dark and we die. And this is where we're gonna end episode 2. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I can't wait to see what happens next. And I'll see you in the next video.